I feel like each album you feel different, the music feels different, and naturally with that your style evolves, or you get a little bit braver maybe. Well, I have got braver on this album because I've gone for complete pattern clashes, which goes against all the rules. So yeah, crazy colour and pattern and clashing, which is something I'd never have done before, but I was ready this album. I love Roberto Cavalli. I've always been a big fan of his, and he's done a lot of the pattern stuff. He actually made my voice outfit bespoke. So yeah, we have a great relationship, and I love all his pattern stuff. He's always had that, actually. It's just that it's really at the forefront of fashion right now. I love Alexander McQueen. I love his stuff. Always do. Even if I don't know what's coming on the catwalk, whenever I see his stuff, I'm like, oh my God, I love that. And someone always says, yeah, of course you do. It's Alexander McQueen, you know. He's iconic. You know, I feel the opposite because I am always being watched, but sometimes I forget that, you know, if I get caught going to the garage and me scruffs, it's going to be this dun 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 moment. And I always am on the verge of being caught. I dress down a lot. I'm just good at ducking and diving. I have to be really conscious of the heel in the shoes that I wear. Recently, oh my God, Isabel Marant. Recently, Isabel Marant did some really great trainers. They look like sneakers, but they have a wedge in them and a Velcro front. And they were amazing for me because they're fashionable and comfortable, which is a rarity. I mean, I did do the Brits performance once in a pair of Christian Louboutins. Walking downstairs, I don't even know how I did it, and I had to contend with a big pink feather. So I've tried, for the love of fashion, I tried, but I have to be careful about what I put on my feet for what I'm able to do, dance-wise. I feel like I'm definitely personally led for my style, but I think you're naturally, even if it's subconsciously, you're influenced by a trend. So I like to look at what's going on and I like to take inspiration from trends, but I don't follow them because sometimes the trend doesn't always suit you, suit your shape, suit your style, you know. It doesn't always quite fit, but I like to take snippets. Growing up, I was always quite tomboy in my teens. I wasn't aware of fashion, or I wasn't that femininely dressed. I was always quite girly, but I dressed quite tomboy because I loved TLC and I loved the hip hop scene, you know. I liked the baggy jeans with the Timberlands and the vest and the cap, and I thought I was kind of cool like that. So it wasn't until late teens, until I got into the group really, and I seen what a glamorous woman was really like, that I was like, wow. I loved glamour and I loved gorgeous women and how clothes made them look, that I was then taken by clothes. But it wasn't really till later on in my life. You know, it's interesting because I was sick on the last Vogue cover, but it's actually my favourite. I like how it looks, but I don't like how I felt. We need to do a new one. We should do a new one and have fresh feelings. I'm aware that people look to me for inspiration, or look to me if they're going through something and they're looking for someone to look to, but I can't go about my everyday life thinking of myself as a role model because I'm still human, and I'm going to make bad choices, I'm sure, and make mistakes. I already have, and I'm sure there's more to come. So I hope part of me being, if you like, a role model is that people look to how I deal with stuff in my life and are inspired by that, and that's all I can do, really. I can't think of myself any other way. I mean, a decade in music is pretty a phenomenal achievement, and we definitely would love to do something for the 10-year.